So, what's up, everyone? Here we go. Another project for the Freak Show 2026 build. Very excited about. So, I have this board that was originally I don't know if you saw any pictures on my Facebook or social, Instagram, stuff like that. Where all these weapons, swords, nunchucks, stars, stuff like that. Hook swords and all kinds of shit hanging on my wall. And I'm repurposing this big ass board. It's got a lot of these nails and stuff in it, hooks and stuff like that from display, and just having it practically available, during the zombie apocalypse shit. So I'm thinking I want to cut this in half, use this for 2 new barbed wire boards that are going to be. Let me grab one of my old ones here. This is from one of my first builds, the first year that I started doing my freak show. And I have 3,000 feet of barbed wire. And I was going back through some of the footage on some of the larger shows, and it looks cool. It's 2 boards, but I'm thinking 2 bigger boards. And this is 4x4, this sheet. These are cut down specifically to fit in the original road case that I had when I was putting the show on the road the first time and going a greater distance. So this actually worked, having 2 boards. But I'm like, what if I have 2 boards that have they're a little bigger, and maybe on each side of the stage, use them as almost normally they'd always be on a stand behind me somewhere that I grab and show, throw out there, pop balloons on them so people know this shit's sharp as fuck, and then go into the whole routine with them, and then eventually end up doing fire stuff on them and stuff. But I want the boards to look bigger, nastier, sharper, and more dangerous than this. So I think I'm going to stay with the same color, but I want to pull these nails out, repurpose this, make it a little bigger, at least 4 feet. But I don't want to go with the full 4x4 board, because I want to be able to either have depth or width on a stage if I want to lay these out. So I can either go side by side or back to back, kind of like I normally do it back to back, but I can go wide. I can even add these into it if I want. But I was actually thinking, what if I take this whole barbed wire thing, make it bigger, better, and freaking more dangerous than it really is. And especially when I got a crowd of a couple thousand, a festival shit, it actually works better to have something slightly bigger on the stage to fill up some emptiness. It's that down center position when I come down on the barbed wire to the audience and stuff. So yeah, so that's what I'm kind of looking at. Now I know I could probably turn these nails upside down and just have the point sticking through the barbed wire. That'd be fucking awesome. It hurt my fucking feet good. But I'm thinking I'm just gonna pull the nails, hooks, and stuff out of this. Do 2 feet wide by 4 feet long. It'll be more versatile. I can make it either wider, longer, bigger. Add these to it. But I'm also thinking that maybe having these set up so you only see the back and the back side of them, so no one really knows what they are yet, and having about 2 feet, it'll actually hide some of the barbed wire that hangs off the edge of the board and stuff, which would be pretty cool as fuck. So I'm thinking what if I do something a little different with this, and then if I have something on this side painted or something, where this is pain and then freak or freak show or something on each side of me, and then when I come down, it's boom, it's revealed that it's barbed wire, that I just go to each side of the stage, just take them, bang, they spin, fall right down, right where I want them, and then people don't even realize they're really there, because they used to be visible, but I'm thinking maybe a nice surprise element in the show. More of a presentation, set up some danger concept and stuff like that. So I'm going to start pulling some of this stuff out, and I put this away real quick. And I have the first barbed wire board down here because I'm actually going to, over the years, some of the points have bent down and stuff, and it's not as dangerous or as sharp as it really used to be. I do kind of miss that. So I'm just thinking I'm just as well just redo the entire board on that one anyway, And I'm gonna make 2 more boards out of this 4x4 piece of plywood that was originally the weapons wall from some of the other stuff you guys probably seen already. So this is a nice piece of plywood too. The others are made on like this OSB board, which is not like, it's starting to show signs of wear. I mean, it still looks pretty good, but I'd rather it look nicey nice. I mean, especially because the value of the production and all that has been getting better and better, so. Yeah. Oh, this little trick here, I use like a little scrap piece of wood so I don't dent up or, you know, put any little divots in stuff. You know, especially on the wood. Pull multiple nails out at once just to speed this thing along. This has a prime finish side. It's like a nice piece of plywood too. I think it's like oak. It's like $50 or something. And I never got around to painting it or staining it or doing anything that I wanted to do for the original weapons wall. So I'm just like, fuck it. So, little trick I use for hooks, eye hooks, stuff like that, to screw in. Start them off with a little screwdriver. Let's move on if they're in the way. Okay, and that's the last of the nails. I got one more hook here that kind of bent up on me. So, I'm going to try to get that started with pliers. As I have these things, these are really handy. Like, it had like some really stubborn nails and claws again because they're either too close or something. Getting this on it and squeezing it like that and then rocking out that way, also is very handy. I didn't really need them in this one, but I got one screw over there I got to get rid of. So I'm going to do that, clean this up, mark it. And it's only one screw, so that's why I'm just using a screwdriver. Wasn't that deep anyway. Alright. I have a can over on the bench that I pretty much just dump all this into to then be sorted like I really have free time, but you never know what I can repurpose, and some shit that's old, bent, stuff like that, just toss, but at least it gets it out of the way. Alright, then we have our stuff to mark this out with. Get this stuff out of the way. There's just another piece of scrap wood if I needed it, depending on the configuration and shit. We're done with that. Alright, and I already know this is 4 foot, but I have my tape measure anyway, just to double check, just in case. Because that's exactly 4 there. It's a little under 4 there, so I guess they cut it this way or something. That's okay. But at least it's square. 47 3/4 here, 47 3/4 there. And then, so I guess this is the top, bottom. Those are the 2 sides. No. I mean, it really doesn't matter, it's plywood. This is exactly 48. So this is the milled lumber edges. One of these was cut in the store when I got it because I told them just cut it in half. And one of them must be another finished side, so that's cool. We know that this is exactly 48 as far as this reads. And I want to cut it this way so that I have an even 24 on each side. So we'll go to our, this is like a drywall square. I mean, I love it because it just measures shit to fuck. So what I'm going to do is find a mark. Find my 24-inch mark, which is exactly center of that screw hole right there. And then I can use this to mark my line. And since this could be a cut ed and that could be a factory in, I'm thinking one of these may have a mark on it. And that's going to be the flattest side. Actually, oh, this has a stamp mark on it. So I guess when it's in the stack, they stamp the edges and stuff. So that's the one that's going to be the most level, not the side they actually cut in the store. So I'm going to make sure I use that mark. or this edge to make sure this is all even. I'm going to run this right along that line there. There we go. So that'll split this down in half, and then it gets edges get sanded. Top gets painted red, or I think I'm gonna stay with the same colors, probably red. It looks pretty decent from staging with a lot of the LED lighting and stuff. Of course, it looks black or gray when there's a lot of red light, like that one show that I did. But hey, at least maybe I'll go with black with the silver on it. Well, no, because it's more of a galvanized. If it was like a chrome silver, it'd pop really nice. But you can always walk around in the paint aisle, look at paint chips, and see what works under the lights that you may end up using. Like I have like little LED lights, I can just change the colors on it, see how it actually responds, and see what color works great. I know the blue looks good. The red was like first little afterthought, mine, whatever. This is ready cut down, so I guess we'll go outside in the frozen tundra someday. We have some sunshine, it's not like soaking wet with like 2 feet of snow, and cut it down. There's a lot of new props that are in this year for the new 2026 show, so I'm very excited about that. There's just a little upgrade to it. We're going to refurb some of the old stuff, build some new stuff, make it bigger, badder, and more dangerous. And we also got some new shit, which I'm going to share with you guys in the next video. So keep watching. Love you guys.